Smiles. Hi, Sheila True Love, and
Honey, be cool.
we are going to talk about online dating today. We really want to know, how do you feel about that? And you can leave your viewpoint in the comments at the bottom. As you hear, I have my cat who has a viewpoint on online dating. He's a virgin, by the way, and he's pissed off trying to get a date. It's rough. Anyway, what's your take?
I guess that's like a lot of women. I can only speak from the women perspective because I don't know what the men are experiencing. However,
okay, Oreo, look, I already told you, stop it, now beat it. So I have to spray, put your hands on animals, but you spray them like this when they're not doing things correctly.
Okay. However, I can only speak from the woman's perspective, like I said. So I've tried online dating, and in my view, there's a lot of weeding out to be done. Okay, you have everybody on there, and everybody will say the things that they think you want to hear, and you're supposed to go for it. No, not going to happen. Okay, so it's a lot of weeding out that you have to do. And personally, I think that 85% of the men online are scammers, liars, cheaters.
85%, not 99.9.
No. There's levels to this. Okay, there's levels. So, and then there's another. What we got? 15% left. There's 5% of them that are just there for harm. Like maybe want to get you somewhere and do something to you. And then we have another 10%. 5 of that, well, actually, I guess it's more because a lot of them don't know how to hold communication. They say good morning, you say good morning, how are you? They say I'm fine. That ends the conversation to me.
Okay.
You don't ask me another question, it's done. It has to be go back and forth, We're not seeing each other, so we're talking, and you have to be able to bring something to the conversation. Then you have 5% on there, I think, that are really good men, but with all the cheaters, liars, scammers, and all that other misfit going on, you don't believe them. They're like, oh no, I'm a good man. You're like, yeah, sure you are.
I hear that.
So it sucks. So that's why if I'm online or anything like that, it's really just a talk. I'd rather meet my person out in the street, the online,
right.
Because their life is on there too. Oh my God, they are always online. They're just there. You look at some of their profiles and they've been there since 19. I don't know,
81?
19. Yeah. I'm like, they're never going to give it up, So why would I think that I can find a man there? I don't think I could. That's just my opinion. It's been my experience, I think they're always going to be there. They're always going to have that, yeah, I can, oh, she looks good, and she looks good, and she looks good, click, click, click. You know my saying. Got a new chick.
I hear that.
Okay.
That's a famous saying.
That's it. So, what do you think about it?
My terms of online dating is when I go online, it's never really for like dating per se. It's more like companionship. I'm looking for more of an escort. And when I say escort, I have to make that very clear to them. I am not talking about someone who's sexual or I'm trying to pay for. No. I'm looking for someone who's like an escort, companionship, someone you can go out to dinner with, someone you can. Can you spray him, please?
Sure.
Be gentle with my baby. Mop up. What is he, double trouble? You saw his eyes?
Yeah, double stuff.
But did you see his little eyes?
Yes.
Did that make you feel bad for him?
Yes.
How you felt bad when you sprayed him again? How you felt bad when you sprayed baby again?
I like it. To control, get him to move, and he's gone.
He's double trouble.
That's bad. I gotta get one of these for my dog.
Yeah, because people hit animals. That's craziness.
Yeah, no.
You just spray them with some water, and that just does it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, back to this online dating. Yeah, I'm looking more like for an escort. Like if I go out to a place and everybody's dating and hooked up, you know what I'm saying, and you want a partner.
You can pay for an escort.
Yeah, but do you know the prices, honey?
Oh, no.
No, I ain't trying to go that route. Mm-hmm. No. So what I tend to do with online,
A friend?
That's what
Male
online dating is for.
Okay, yeah.
So you can
Alright,
develop
okay,
these
okay.
male friendships.
Mhm.
I have my little black book, or better yet, my little section on my phone, where it's all for my people that I meet on the internet, and I have a list of phone numbers. So when I want to go out for dinner, a movie, bowling, a miniature golf, or do something, I always have numbers that I can call. And then we get together. Everything is Dutch, because I'm not looking for you as my man. I'm looking at for a friendship.
There
And
you
I think
go.
the best relationships, the ones that last, they usually are the ones that start off as a friendship.
Absolutely. And then,
Those are the
but you
ones.
know what I find? A lot of them don't want to really be friends because friendships take time. And these men online, well, most of them don't want to wait that time because I can do that, you know? We can be friends. Everybody with me, my experience has been they want to jump into something. Oh, let's get offline and it's just me and you. And then I go back on because I'm like, no, that's not how it's going to go. We're going to be friends and you can continue your online and I can continue mine or whatever. Oh, no, I want you. Yes, sure you do. You know, you live freaking 40 miles away. I don't do long distance relationship. And even if you live somewhere close and you want to do that, at least get to know me. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. You know, nobody wants to do that. Everything is rush. And then, you know, what? I'm supposed to open my legs, open my pocketbook or what? You know, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I want to be, if I'm going to go there with you, we have to go as friends. And friendship is more than anything. That's the only way you build anything substantial. You know, that's it. You have to get to know each other. And you can pretend for a little while, but you can't pretend for as long as, you know, we're going to be friends. You can't pretend, you know. I mean, if you do, good for you. At least you would have gotten to know who I am, and maybe you'll feel bad in the process, you know. If you tend to, you know, try to jerk me later or something like that, maybe you'll have a conscience because you'll get to know me.
Yeah, right. Unless he's a narcissist, then he has no empathy or conscience.
Yeah, well, that's true. There's a lot of those on there as well.
Heck yeah.
lot of those as well.
It's true.
You know, I read some profiles where the man says, oh, I want this and I want that in a woman and she got to do this and she got to have her own life and she got, you know, all these things. And then you look at him and what do you bring to the table? You know, what do you bring? You want all this and you got all these expectations. Okay, I go on with no expectations because this way there's no disappointment. I just go on to be friendly and have friends, have conversation. If it moves past that, fine. If it doesn't, I am okay with that too. Okay, makes me no difference. I have friends in the real world. I say this is online. I have friends in the real world.
It's true.
You know, so but you know. I always ask what's your purpose here? You know, why are you here? And most of them say the same thing.
What?
Oh, I'm looking for my next mate. You know, I'm looking for something real and all this stuff. And they don't want nothing real. They are lifers. They are going to be there for life. Okay, that's how I feel. Okay, so I don't take anyone seriously. And yeah, you can meet a guy on the corner and he could be the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking.
You can. But at least, I mean, if I meet him online, I already got it in the back of my mind because that's what my experience has been. And experience is what? Teachings. Okay, it's a lesson. And I mean, after I have over 2,000 friends on one of my sites. And all of them, you know, okay, well, you can say, well, what about you? Yeah, what am I bring to the table? I bring decent stuff to the table. That's it. You know, and I'm not going to get into detail or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that if I have over 2,000 friends online and I don't feel any of them or most of them are decent men, you know, hey, maybe it is me. Okay, I'll take that. But I don't think so. I just think that they're there to be there. You know, they like looking at pretty women. They like, you know, having that new relationship where you meet somebody and you get to know them. I get so tired of the same questions over and over and over and over again, you know. But it is what it is. So
do cut and paste.
That's what I say they do all the time. Cut and paste. Yeah.
Now,
and then you get those ones that you can tell they're cutting and pasting, you know.
How?
Sometimes,
I need to notice it that way, 'cause I do a
sometimes
lot
they
of cut
do
and
it
paste.
more than once, and it's the same thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sometimes
yeah.
you might lose contact with somebody,
Oh, yeah,
and then they
okay.
come back again, and they cut and paste the same thing, because they don't.
Maybe
People
because
don't
they're
think.
like you. They're tired of answering the same thing.
Okay,
That's
true.
pretty much the
That's
gist
true.
of it. They're
That's
probably
true.
just
That's
like you.
true. That's
why I
have,
do it.
I try to always have real conversations.
I do
you
real
know.
conversations too. This is real. I cut and paste it because the response
But where do
is
you
the same.
keep it? You keep it in your phone?
No,
somewhere?
honey, I have organization. You know me, Teresa.
I'm not that organized.
Honey, you know how I do. Honey, I have a whole file here on rebuttals. It's called dating, online dating, and I have online dating rebuttals. I have a file for it. Different topic. I know what to say. I already got it all set up because I don't have time for it. Okay.
So you cut and paste them.
I cut and paste, because
you
it's pretty
start a
much the same
conversation with
questions.
somebody, and then you go and look for your thing, and your response. Okay, he said this. Oh, tell me a little bit about yourself, and you go. Okay, I got all these things. Cut, paste.
Don't that make sense?
It does make sense. I don't do that though.
Why?
I type it all.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. A lot of them ask that.
Yes.
So if you have it all written about how to tell me, and you already got it already typed up, and you have it filed away here, you just highlight it, and you just press copy, and you
Cut
go back
and
to the thing, and you paste it
Okay.
because it saves. It's a time saver.
Okay.
It's organized. It's come on now. You know what I mean? Now when I go into this online dating, are you done now?
Yeah, I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude.
No, I'm done. I
Even
hate
though I am
online
quite rude.
dating.
You hate it.
I do.
I personally see things differently. See why I love her, and God is good. God gave everybody different fingerprints because everybody's different, and that's the way God wants it. No two people have the same fingerprints. Have you ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, look, I love online dating. And why do I like that? I see it as a blessing. Like you got meetup groups. Because with online dating, you never, ever, ever have to be alone again. You don't have to put up with poor behavior from some clown who's treating you poorly. You have options now. And as long as you have options, you don't have to put up with nonsense. Okay? Now, what I use online dating is like she said, she made a good point when you said, you don't go in with expectations.
No.
I don't go in with expectations either. I go in with goals. My goal is, no, really. I have a goal, and that's the thing that most people have. That's where they go wrong. You go into these relationships with expectations, and you're disappointed. You're let down. Yes.
Yes.
But when you go in with goals, like my goal is to gain this person's trust, so I can hopefully have them let their guard down, and they can see the beauty of me for real. My goal is to.
That's a good one.
I have different goals. The hell with expectations. You see. Now, my goal at this rate is to, like I said, I have a black book on here where I have my dating app, not app, but my file. I do everything organized, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's who I am.
I don't organize my phone.
I organize everything. But anyway, because I don't have time for things. Time is like, it's not like money. You see, money, you can always make money. Your time, your energy, you can never get that back. So I don't have time to waste, nor my energy. So I organize everything so I don't waste time. But anyway, I have my black book. My goal is to have, like Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. I want 12 friends. I would like for me to have, well, actually, I'm going to start off with just 3. Okay, I can work with 3. I want 2 female friends. This is one, my best friend, actually. And I need another one. I had one, but she's bipolar, so she's like freaking out a little bit. So we got to just... I need
Thank
someone
God you didn't give her name.
Thank God, of course. But the thing is, I need somebody who's mentally healthy, and I have a
that's
goal
the
for
other
3.
thing.
I
A
need
lot of
2
them-
female and 1 male. But my end goal is 12 friends, like Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. I would like each person to have like a sign from each of the zodiac. I know we don't supposed to celebrate zodiac, and I know, but I would like from each one. You know what I'm saying? Because
So
for
you
each
seek
person,
out people for it. What's your sign?
yeah, I got a problem with that, and I have to let that go because I know. At the same time, I'm praying about it because there's 12 signs in the zodiac, whatever. Anyway, and then I got all these 12 different personalities, and each one teach one. We can learn something from each other all the time. So my point is, online dating to me is a blessing from God because you don't have to put up with crap. You don't have to put up with dumb nonsense, craziness.
Yeah,
and you never have to eat alone. You never have to do anything alone unless you choose to be alone.
But how do you even get to that stage where you want to go out with somebody that you meet online? How do you get to that stage? You talk to them through chat, then maybe eventually you exchange numbers,
Right.
and then you talk to them over the phone, and then you decide to go out, right?
Right. When they exchange the phone number with you, you put it in your black book.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you at least have them in your black book, because with every day...
But what if you don't like the conversation, or you get red flags during the conversations?
Oh, if it's red flags, sweetheart...
Then you just go back online, right?
No, if it's red flags, that's obviously our personalities don't mesh. So you did that.
Well, okay.
Like he's a serial killer. I got the red flag on that.
I find that when we get to that stage... where we're talking on the phone or whatever, they want me to trust them more than I'm willing to trust them.
But you do everything publicly, I'm sure.
Exactly, but sometimes I get men that don't want to, like they want to go somewhere quiet or meet in the park, or I'm like, hell no. My famous line is, Jeffrey Dahmer's, those people trusted him some kind of way. He didn't just get them in their apartment by saying, hey, guess what I'm got for you in store for here today? I'm going to cut you up and eat you. He didn't do that.
Why would you meet someone for the first time and go to their place?
I wouldn't, but I
always do it in a public place.
Huge. I've had that where we talked on the phone.
The mall. I recommend the mall.
Absolutely. But I have had that where people have said, why don't you come by my place, or why don't you come? Why don't we meet in the park, or some little restaurant in some little town that I don't know. Yeah, I want to do it where I feel safe. Yes. And they go, it's just me. I'm no murderer. How do I know that? And I don't know you. So yeah, I guess I have some trust issues, and it's my way or the highway, or because it's my life.
But when someone says that to you, like, well, it's just me, you should... that right there is a red flag.
Exactly, it's a red flag.
Because common sense, how old are you? Excuse me, what world are you living in?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We live in a very... You know what kind of world we live in?
Exactly. And
so why would you even say, oh, well, it's just me, you don't trust me?
I get that a lot.
I'm supposed to trust you based on what? Exactly. Yes. I don't know you.
Yes, I get that.
So it's always supposed to be in public. It's always supposed to be in a public place. Absolutely. I hope that...
And I say you wouldn't want me, or you wouldn't send your mother or your sister out to meet somebody that they don't know. Late. That's another thing. Late dates. I'm not going to do a first meet and greet.
What do you call late?
Like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm not doing that. I'm not. See me when the daylight is out, or early evening. Okay? Sorry, I'm not doing that. Call it what you want. I don't know you. I don't know, your capabilities. So no, it's not going to happen.
How often do you think you should date a person in order to really get to know them?
I think, maybe depending on where each of you live and how you work, what your schedules are.
I don't care where we live. Once a week, I have to meet with you once a week. Yeah. And we have to talk on the phone at least 3 days out of the week. But I have got to see you. I've got to see you one day out of the week. See you. Hang out with you. I have to
get to know you.
I have to create settings.
That chemistry between the two is very different when you're on the phone and when you're in person. And that's what people do not understand. Okay, just because you talk to me every day for 2 months doesn't mean we are friends. That chemistry, when we get together, is what let me know exactly who you are. At least I can feel it. If you can't feel it...
I mean, you can feel everything because you're intuitive.
Yeah, well...
God gave everyone a gift. He gave her that gift of intuitivity. She's good at that.
Over the phone, it's not the same, and that's what a lot of the times some of them want. Where they can talk to you over the phone for a while, and then they want you to automatically trust them. No.
But honey, how old are these people? Will you automatically want me to trust you?
They're my age. They're my age and older. Sometimes.
You mean 38?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, but that's foolishness.
They have lived. We'll put it like that. They have lived as long as I have lived, and it's just not going to work. So that's why I do.
But like you said, there's certain times red flags come up. When someone is like that, that's totally red flag.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If you can't understand why.
Mm-hmm. Or they're desperate. Maybe sometimes I tend to think that they're desperate, like they want a woman so bad that
but you know what? You're right.
They're desperate.
Because I've been in that situation where I didn't want to take time. It's not even about desperation. It's about I already know what I want. I don't want to play games. I already know what I want. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I meet this certain person, I'm ready to like hurry up. I'm ready to hurry up because to me, I keep telling you, I don't like wasting my time. I don't like wasting my energy. I already talked to you. I already got the gist of you, whatever. Yeah, it's not always desperation. It's a matter of being, I know what I want.
Well, that's what they say too, but you can't just say that you know what you want. I mean, if you haven't met me in person and you're just going by my pictures online and what I say online, I don't really write anything in my profile or anything like that. I don't. But how we communicate back and forth, and they say, oh yeah, I want to get to know you and all this stuff. Then just get to know me. And for me, sorry, it's going to take some time to get to know me because I'm going to take some time to get to know you and who you really are, not who the pretender that showed up here. Because, it's always good in the beginning. I always say, hey, let me pick my next person that I'm going to argue with or whatever. Don't force it on me, because in relationships, you will have disagreements or whatever. Let me pick that person who it's going to be. That's how I feel.
Do you put them in certain situations? Like, in order for me to see if a person has anger issues or if they are abusive, I put them in. So, like, I like to go out to a club or a party, see with people. I want to see how he treats other people. I want to know what your relationship is like with your family. I want to see how the women in if nobody in your family really wants you around, a red flag.
Yeah.
I want to put you in a position where when I tell you no. That's a hard one for some guys.
Oh, yeah.
The moment you tell them no about something,
see how you react to that,
really? Put them in certain situations.
It goes both ways.
That's why you have to date them at least once a week. And each week, put them in a different situation.
How you treat that waiter, how you treat that, when there's a problem. I went out with one guy one time, and the food took a long time to come. And when it did finally come, I'm sorry, we ate or whatever, and then the waitress came back and he made a comment to her, something, and she didn't hear him, and then he sort of did the like stupid lady, and she just walked away. She just turned around and walked away.
He called her what, stupid lady?
No, he didn't call her stupid, but he sort of said, like, she said, how was the food or something like that? And he was like, it was really good. It took forever, duh. And it was kind of like uncomfortable or whatever. So, and she just turned and walked away. So I called her back over and I said, what was that about? Because I didn't really hear it. I just saw him talking to her, and she didn't answer him. She just walked away. So I said, excuse me, what was that about? And she was like, well, I didn't like how he came off or whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah, it was like I was a dumb lady or whatever the case may be. Like, duh or whatever. So, he said, oh, I apologize. I thought he did it with his hands too. That's what I saw.
Let me see.
He did like, like she was deaf or something like that. And did like some sign language. And I was like, what was that about? And so when I brought her back over and she said it, and right then and there, he did, because I didn't know whether it was something that, I didn't get it. So he apologized instantly to her, which was nice, so, and he said, I thought you were playing around with me because you sort of grinned, and I couldn't see because she was this way and he was in front of me. I can see his hand.
But when he said that to her, what was your take on that? When he's like, duh.
I guess I didn't really get it at that point until I brought it back over. Did you think he was
violent or abusive?
No, I just thought he was like sort of like playful or clown, like he was being funny or whatever. I didn't get it.
As being rude.
But I was trying to get her attention, and she just walked away. So I was like, oh no, you come back over here and let's fix this.
Did you date him again?
No,
Why?
He just wasn't my type. There was some other issues going on with him that I could not deal with. Okay, because I'll tell you, I feel as though that if you are online dating, you should be ready to date. Okay, not saying you got to be perfect, but you should not be dating while you are in a situation. And he was homeless. Okay.
What?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
He was what?
He was homeless. He was
So that's
living in
another
a
video
shelter.
we gotta make. He doesn't want you. He wants help. We're gonna do a
He
video on
was
that.
homeless,
So stay.
and I
stay
did
tuned.
not know that. I did not know that until we went out, and I was like, "Well, who do you live with?" Blah blah blah, and he was like,
Where does he live?
Right now, the situation is, I'm in a shelter. Well, how long you been in the shelter? 2 years. I'm getting my life together."
Honey, really?
Really? Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna do a video
Really?
on that, folks. So,
So
he doesn't want you. He
I-
wants help.
Exactly. I maintained the friendship for a little while because I don't want nobody to think that, because you're homeless, I don't want you. I don't want you as my man. Okay, no. But I will,
If you need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, I'm there for you. But no.
Did he have a cell phone?
A bomber phone, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. He did have a cell phone. That's how we communicated. And he
But I
was
told you when I met my
strong,
husband,
nice looking man.
The way you like him?
The way I like him.
Ooh, God knows she like him
But
big.
his situation, he needs to get himself together before he
But what
can
about my
honestly
husband? When I met
focus
my
on a
husband,
date.
my husband had no job. He only had $50 a month and a cigarette habit. And why did I stay with him? Because I saw potential in my husband. No. And I know that we had a divorce and
I
everything.
need a
but
magnifying glass to see that potential.
No, was I wrong?
I don't know. Who?
The man, Robert, the man ended up with a job like I knew he would. How did I know these things? You know the guy you dating, the Taurus? Mm-hmm. Taurus ain't gonna be without no money, honey. A Taurus has a certain thing about a Taurus is gonna make money. I knew that my husband was also, he was competitive. He's competitive. I knew this. And was I wrong? No, he ended up, to be honest, Teresa, was I wrong?
I don't know
Work
much
with me.
about your husband, but I do know that I heard you. Okay, I don't know much about your husband. However, I do know that from where you met him to where he ended up before y'all did y'all thing with the separation or divorce. Well, it was a separation first, but before that, he was not in the same.
A timeout.
He was not in the same place, which is a good thing. And I do see potential. I was married and
potential.
I saw a lot of potential in my husband.
But that guy that was homeless, did you see any potential in him?
I didn't care to see it. That wasn't the only issue. He had some other issues going on, and I not that I'm a gold digger or anything, but I bring something to the table. I want you to bring something to the table.
I agree.
That's the real bottom line.
I agree.
I just felt he was a nice person. He should not be dating because he had a lot of stuff going on.
Oh.
And how could you focus on me or us if you got all this stuff going on? What you want me to help you get? What? Section 8? What do you want me to help you do? That's it. I don't know. So no, I had to sort of let that die down. And the funny thing is that when he talked to me in the beginning, he told me how he was this security for well-named rappers and all this stuff. And
so he started off the relationship with a lie.
With a lie. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
My ex-husband
and he might
didn't
have
lie.
been all of those things, but he
lie.
wasn't that at that moment, at that time. Okay. So, no.
My ex-husband didn't lie. He let me know what his situation. I looked at him. I invited him out after I found out he was a Taurus, because at the time I was into horoscopes. And I wanted a Taurus man because they're family-oriented, they're hard workers, and I know I'm never going to be poor. But you want a Taurus man. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, they are go-getters.
They're totally go-getters, and they're usually excellent providers. My husband had a lot of Aries, though. And like I said, at the time, I was following horoscope. He's more Aries than Taurus. That's why we couldn't do this. But anyway, I worked like a dog with him, stood behind my husband, and he became successful. Everything that he needed, he attained it. And I knew he would, because I knew that. I saw that in him. Anyway, it didn't work out. So, of course, I got a divorce because, come on now, I'm not into wasting my time or my energy. But like I said, and like we are going to stick to the point, online dating, what is your final words, Ma?
I would say my final words are, one lie is all it takes for a person to lose interest in you. Best thing to do is be upfront, be real, and be truthful.
And my end point of online dating is I thank God for it. It's a wonderful thing because you no longer have to put up with people's nonsense, and you no longer have to I have a hair in my eye right now. You no longer have to put up with people's BS, and you never have to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Because people associate being single with being alone, and you don't have to be alone anymore. Thank God for online dating. I love it. Sheila True Love, and I always end. You always have a choice. Please choose wisely, and we will talk again.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.